What up, everybody? Jimmy here. We got weekly Megaquest tips for the start of this. What is this? The spring? No. Earth Megaquest. Alright, we do have Earth Day coming up. What is it? Next weekend or something like that? So we'll see what happens. But first up, we've got our daily 9 to 5. Complete the 5 daily quests that they moved over into this one. Alright, whatever. That gets you an extra 10 each day. So, we did run out of them on the last one for the ones that weren't supposed to be there, beside the point. Moving on to the actual ones, we've got Weekly Rumble Master, so as long as you're in a guild, play 30 Rumble battles. So that should be your first 3 rounds, approximately. I haven't done my hits for round 1 yet, so we'll see how that goes later. But that would be just play all 10 battles in 3 rounds, and you're good. You should be doing that anyway if you are in a guild, because you don't want to let your guildmates down. Up next is the Weekly Bodyguard Master. Play 600 total Bodyguard in the arena. Now, we are on the Fighter BGE. I think the only one in my current deck that has Bodyguard is the Born Fighter with Pam. She has Bodyguard, but let's see what the other fighter combos with Bodyguard are. And Bodyguard is the fence icon, just in case anybody was curious. So you have your chick fight, reverse Stinkhold, made with, I believe that's Jean. You have Action Delivery Force Zoidberg. We got a Megs in Charge. The older Tybo Luan combo. Noble Fighter Bobby. Tina Tackle, and Tote Bag Tussle, which was the PC from the last Megaquest. So I've got Tote Bag Tussle and Pam in there. I might throw a Lois in, I might throw a Zoidberg in just to get through it quicker, but I know my arena rating is going to tank because of that. Currently hanging out at the 2528 level, so yeah, that's gonna take a severe drop when I try and do the Bodyguard quest. Up next, Weekly Saver, earn 30,000 Nixons. Now, as long as you're playing Adventure, you're doing the various things throughout the game, you should have no problem. If you're just playing, you should have no problem earning that one. Weekly Leech Expert. Play 25 cards with Leech. So, that can be in Adventure, that can be in Arena, that can be in Rumble, I think. Somebody said it might not count towards there. That can be in the Challenges. But yeah, 75 cards with Leech, and the Leech icon is just the, the Brain Sucker from Futurama. Little green guy. We're going to look at Bender here. Yeah, Leech. If you deal damage to a card, you heal for that particular amount. So as long as you're playing cards with that, you're good. Up next is the Gold Rampage. Destroy 50 cards in Gold Adventure. So as long as you're playing Adventure, you don't even have to win the match, you just have to destroy cards. So that should be fairly easy. We've got our Fighter Trailblazer, same as last week, when you are doing on BGE combos in Adventure. We've got our King of the Hill Champion, win 15 arena battles with a King of the Hill hero. So that's going to be your, let's see here, we've got, who do we got? We've got Dale, we have Bobby, we've got Hank, we have John Redcorn. Okay, why don't we have a Peggy King of the Hill hero yet? They put Dale in, but we don't have a Peggy yet? Alright, whatever. I am most likely going to be using either Bobby for the Shield, Punch, and Cripple, or Dale for the Payback and Punch. Bobby has a little bit higher health and some cripple, so he's a little more defensive than Dale is. Although Dale does have that payback, that's nice. I will probably be going with the Bobby for the health and shield and punch. If I was running Sig Addicts, I'd go with Hank because he specifically affects King of the Hill cards. But I probably will be running Fighter, which doesn't have a lot of King of the Hill in it, so likely not Hank. Alright, up next, the last quest is King of the Hill Expert. So play 75 King of the Hill cards. As long as you are throwing cards with the King of the Hill property logo, That would be the icon down at the bottom of the card. When you click on it, let's find one real quick. Bill is a King of the Hill card, and down here in between character and mythic, it gives the show property. So Bill is a King of the Hill card, Bender is Futurama, we have Archer from Archer, etc., etc. But you want cards for that quest that have King of the Hill down at the bottom. Alright, so that should wrap it up. Let's see here. What are the rewards this time? So we've got Yard Sale Meg is the PC. So we are looking at Toy, which is the announced next BGE. So that'll be next week after Rumble ends. We've got our standard Watts, Stones, Mastery Stones. Oh, and then the character for this time is Gale. So that will be useful. I would assume they are going to run a Gale melee at some point. So getting a Gale card would be nice. The following weeks we've got some speed ups, the Quad Epic Stones, and Professor Farnsworth will be the Mythic Fragments for this particular go-round. You have your Gems, Power Stones, more Gale. It's the end of week 2. You get approximately 8 milestones out of each week. Week 3, you get some Super Mythic Stones, Mastery Stones, and more Gale. No worries. So after that, we start into the Debate Club Tina PC. So it looks like, and this is held so far for every Megaquest that has had the PCs, looks like Educated will be after Toy. Not that they're giving anything away with that. It might not be, but I would, as of so far, the educated guess is that will be the one after Toy. So you get the Debate Club Tina PC, some Mythic Object Stones, and then the Debate Club Tina Mastery. After that, some Power Stones, Arena Refills, Super Mythic Stones, more Farnsworth Fragments, so you should be able to bump him up at least one level, unless you already have him up fairly high. More Mastery Stones, and then at the very end, the Object Stones. We do not have levels 45, 46, or 47 this time, so apparently they fixed whatever last time's bug was. But that would be your Megaquest tips for this week.